A test of strength, test of resilience, and a test of teamwork. In the penultimate event of Tour de Endurance, it's the Jousting event. After the rocky road, Party Crashers stretched their lead over Team Sunrise the hosts and Green Peacocks in third place.
As you can see here, this one is another edition of block bumping, but this time it's against one another, with the Croissant Crew and the Hell Clowns going to be the first two out of the gate to show us how it's done. Croissant Crew with a massive gold in the last event.
Croissant Crew, they'll hopefully use that good momentum for them to do well here, but they have a deficit to the Hell Clowns, and they're going to lose out to the Hell Clowns as the later marbles drop down.
As you can see, if you look, the first push is one of the most important pushes, as it can give you a massive advantage if you come down quickly, as you get a massive punch against the block. Whoever does push it further into the other team's lane gets the win. We've got Green Peacocks and Serpent Speeders up next.
What's equally important is with marbles positions after they hit the block, because if you're in the way of your teammates, that is not going to be good, as the Green Peacocks easily gets the win over the Serpent Speeders here.
They stayed against the block, they pushed each other hard. It was a very strong performance by the Green Peacocks. The Serpent Speeders, no matter how hard they tried, they were not coming back from that one, I don't think, Raman. That was easy for the Green Peacocks.
Yeah, almost too flat, actually slightly better than that, as we see the Moneymakers and Grayscales. Of course, Moneymakers, like the Green Peacocks, one of the teams trying to give chase to the Party Crashers. They need a good event here to be able to stay in contention.
But that's not going to happen. The Grayscales, another big win in these heats rounds, are going to get... Look at those massive pushes. The Moneymakers, again, not coming back from that. They do better than the Serpent Speeders in terms of coming back, but still not good enough to get anywhere close to the quarterfinals.
Now, Sweet and Sours and the Onion Union in the fourth heat. Ooh, two marbles coming almost at the same time from each side, but Sweet and Sours much better launch, and they're going to get the win over the Onion Union.
Sweet and Sours seem to have better secondaries. The Onion Union brought down two pretty quickly, but Sweet and Sours, big pushes from 2 and 3 in tandem with one another. That's going to get them into the quarterfinals as we move on to Team Sunrise, the hosts, versus Steel Force.
The hosts have had very strong performance in the 2 goals, but Steel Force, underrated team, I have to say, in this tournament, and they're currently beating Sunrise. Can Team Sunrise catch up? I don't think they will be able to, and Steel Force will get the win.
Steel Force, again, those two early ones, Team Sunrise just could not come back. 0.48 in the difference to Team Sunrise. Again, cannot be chasing the Party Crashers with these low runs. White Knights and Silly Slimes are up next.
White Knights and Silly Slimes, two teams that haven't had too much success in this tournament right now. Silly Slimes, overall strong previously. Can they get the edge? It's very close right now. And that last marble for the Silly Slimes will push them over the edge.
I think that was the Captain Slime with that one, pushing the team. They all stayed against the block. White Knights, I think, were far away, and that did not help. Look, they were all bumped away by the third marble, and then they gave a massive push by the fourth one. If marbles are on the other side, that makes your push less, as Marauders and Citrus Sprinters go next.
You can clearly see the strategy was on the side of Silly Slimes in the last heat. As you see this one, it is the Citrus Sprinters slightly ahead. Can the Marauders kite back? It's very close, but the Citrus Sprinters, by a hair, will get the win.
You can just see the Marauders here could have brought it back, but they kept pulling themselves away from the block, and that made their teammates not able to hit it as fast. Look, that fourth one could have punted it across the line into the quarterfinals, but they just, look at this. They just could not do it because they were pointing themselves away from the block.
Now, in the final heat, Blue Brigade and the Party Crashers. A lot of the heat teams hoping that the Blue Brigade wins, but the block going out of the track a bit. But the Blue Brigade will make an upset victory over the Party Crashers.
The Blue Brigade almost pushed the block out of the track there. They were so strong. 0.98, but importantly, the Party Crashers are out. They're going to get a very low score here. Let's see where it is. They're all the way down in 14th place.
The Party Crashers coming into this event, they could have clinched the championship with a good result here, but with 14th place, this opens the door for a lot of other teams, including the Green Peacocks in quarterfinal A.
Let's see how they can do against the Hell Clans. Oh, they push the Hell Clans far away, giving them a bit of an advantage, but the Hell Clans still have enough time to come back, and they do! They push it over the line, and the Green Peacocks are eliminated, pushing their chances against the Party Crashers lower.
And the Green Peacocks, this is heartbreak for them for being oh so close, but the Hell Clowns are on their way to the semifinals en route to potentially another medal. They've only got one, I think, this season.
Alright, Grayscales and Sweet and Sours. None of these teams are too close to the front, but Grayscales, the defending champions, could do with some good finishes. A dead heat in the first 2 marbles.
Grayscales, of course, they're never to be counted out as dark horses in Tour de Endurance, of course, but I think they're not going to be able to get the win over the Sweet and Sours.
Sweet and Sours just slowly but surely pushed it over. That push right there, just over, and the Grayscales were too far away from the block, and that is clearly the key to losing here. If you do that, you're going to fall behind as Steel Force and Silly Slimes come next.
Now, very quick entries from both teams, but Steel Force have the block slightly better for them. Oh, it's very close because the Silly Slimes come back, and the Silly Slimes, again with the latecomer, to push the block across the line, and they are moving on to the semi-finals.
Yeah, I knew it was over for Steel Force once all of them had come down. It was dead even in the middle, but the Silly Slimes just had to lightly tap it, and it was in their favor. 0.09 the difference. Silly Slimes are onto the semi-finals. Citrus Sprinters and the Blue Brigade for the final quarterfinal.
Blue Brigade, they pulled upset against the Party Crashers. Once again, the block coming out of the track, but I think the Blue Brigade have this easily tied up.
The Blue Brigade are so amazingly strong. They're always pushing the block out of the track on multiple occasions now. And that, look at that, a 2-3 wham bam thank you ma'am from the Blue Brigade gets them all the way to 0.52 and beat the Citrus Sprinters quite easily.
As we see 5th through 8th, Steel Force, Green Peacocks, Grayscales, and the Citrus Sprinters. As we see Silly Slimes, Hell Clowns, Blue Brigade, and Sweet and Sours. Only one of those will not get a medal in Jousting.
We're going to find out one of those who it won't be, and the block completely flips from the strength, and that actually, Sweet and Sours come down and combo the block forward, and that is going to be a win, only just for the Sweet and Sours. Hell Clowns almost brought it back.
The chaos, I think, completely confused the Hell Clowns. They're not able to react at all, and by 0.27, once the Hell Clowns realized what they were doing, it was too late for them.
The Slimes and the Blue Brigade. Who's going to go to the final with the Sweet and Sours? It's a dead 8 heat out of the gate, but the Blue Brigade are coming down quickly, and that's going to get them the win here, I think. Oh, Silly Slimes too far away from the block. That's going to be it for them. Into the bronze medal match they go.
Yeah, no upset from the last Silly Slime this time. The Blue Brigade simply too strong in this event. They are definitely one of the favorites to take the gold medal here.
Well, there's only 2 options to take the medal at this point, Ramans, between them and the Sweet and Sours, but first we got the Hell Clowns and the Silly Slimes for the bronze medal match.
Hell Clowns. Oh, very strong push. Silly Slimes, they need a masterful push to get the bronze here. I don't think it's going to happen. The Hell Clowns will win bronze.
Look at this first push. Pretty much an entire block for the Hell Clowns there against Silly Slimes. They just kept pushing them away from the block, through the block. It was great. 1.52. Big win for the Hell Clowns. Only they could have done that in the semi-finals.
But now, for the final, we have the Blue Brigade on one side, and it's the Sweet and Sours on the other. Who will claim the gold in Jousting?
Well, we're about to find out. The tension is rising in this final here. Sweet and Sours and the Blue Brigade. This is one of the final golds you can get. Who's going to get it? They come out. It's a dead heat out of the gate.
Blue Brigade slightly on their side. They seem to have been the stronger team thus far, and as a result, Blue Brigade will win the gold in Jousting.
Sweet and Sours had that initial push, but the Blue Brigade just came out quicker and pushed it with more combos. And the stronger pushes are one difference almost exactly for the Blue Brigade. They capture the gold in spectacular fashion in the Jousting event.
Sweet and Sours, though, they will be happy with the silver, their second of the season, and the Hell Clowns another medal in third.
Silly Slime's disappointed to be in fourth, but they have had some unfortunate runs here, so I'm sure they're happy to still be in fourth place. So now take a look at the standings going into the final event. 5 teams can still win it. Party Crashers down to the Moneymakers, but Moneymakers will need a good run, and down to the Hell Clowns can get on the podium as we go. But first, we're going to take a quick detour to look at the showdown with those teams that are unfortunate enough to not qualify for this season.